Welcome one and all, Love Them Knives channel. This has been sitting on my cart for about a month and a half now. I got this at Blade West from David's son, and I first met him years ago when he was working for Kaiser and this and that, but he now is with Beyond EDC. Okay, Beyond EDC has 3 different lines of knives. The budget line, like Sencut would be to Wee knives, it's the budget line, okay? That's Beyond EDC. Plus, it's the parent company name kind of thing. Then you have the asymmetrical line, which is a step up. It might be S35VN or 154CM with maybe titanium or something like that. And then you've got the Terramundi line, which is the premium one. And then there was that Riverwolf knife that Demko, well, the brother, Demko, designed for them. And I had that one, and I got a video on that. But check out my other videos on Terramundi or Beyond EDC, etc., for their budget ones and their asymmetrical line, etc. But I got this one at Blade West from the man himself, David's son, and these are a run of 200. Now, it's not like they would never make these again, but when they do, my understanding from the last time when they did the Riverwolf and stuff is that they won't do it like this ever again. That's why it's numbered. So it's a run of 200. They'll be like this. Now, maybe they'll do them with a frag pattern handle, or maybe, you know, an anodized thing, or different types of materials, or something like that, okay? But I don't know anything if there's any more of these coming out, period. I don't know that right now at this point. But this is the warning button. Okay, that's what this is called, the warning button. It's a Dirk Pinkerton design, and, you know, estimated retail, you know, full MSRP, $320. You could buy them at $280, which is 40 bucks off. And then, you know, if you can find it on White Mountain Knives for $280, and you get another 10% off, then you get another $28 off. That kind of thing. So if you can find them. Now, there's only so many, and here's your stats of the handle length, all that kind of stuff. M390 titanium button lock. Okay. Interesting that, I mean, it just, here it is when you depress that button. So the button, this is fascinating because I don't know exactly how you would disassemble this, because I don't see a way to do that, right? This has no entryway into it. It's centered. No blade play or lock rock or anything. It seems like a secure lockup, and comes in a box like this, okay? And of course, then they have the outer box as well, which is right here. Check it out, TM2301. It's 125 of 200. And that's what it says on the other end. So you have this outer box, okay? Then you have this inner box that's hard plastic. And then there's a signed card you get, Dirk Pinkerton signature, on each one of these limited edition knives, okay? And here it is on the other side with Dirk Pinkerton's logo, etc., etc. Okay? So, and then this little card here, which probably gives you some of your information as well, okay? And it comes in plastic, and under here, a microfiber cloth, okay? Nothing under that, right? Okay, so you got all this kind of gear in here. So, yeah, it comes well protected, I guess, with this hard plastic and then the outer box and all that. The warning button. Warning. It's an interesting knife when I saw it. Of course, I think Dirk Pinkerton knives appeal to me generally. Most of his designs do. Even though they're a lot of Wharncliffe, a lot of very angular or tanto looking or that kind of thing going on. But I don't know, just overall, I like his design language. Looks like, you know, right and left hand flip around on this pocket clip, titanium pocket clip. Let me grab my magnet. Well, okay, so the hardware, or at least the standoffs, I'd say the screws are. I'm not sure the standoffs are steel, but the screws are. And, well, blade, of course. Yeah, that's titanium, etc. That's titanium. Yeah, nothing there. Okay, so, but this is kind of fascinating how you might disassemble this, and I don't know. I haven't bothered to look to see if I could find a disassembly video on this. And let me look at this. Okay, so these are number 6 screws on the handle. Okay. So not sure how I would do that. That's fascinating, but you know there's got to be a way, because how else do they assemble if you can't disassemble? But let's take a look. Like a little over 3-inch blade, maybe 3.1 something, and so it depends on how you want to measure that. I'd say 3.15, somewhere in there. They're saying 3-inch or 3.1, 7-inch overall length at 17.8 centimeters. And then, let's make sure we're at 0. 11.2 at 0.44, so fairly slender there, and probably something close to 3 millimeter blade stock. Yeah, 3 millimeter blade stock on that. And how much does it weigh? And let's put it right on the scale. Ounces, right at 4 ounces. 113 grams, shall we say. So not heavy, not big, not small necessarily either. And let me grab a piece of paper, kind of just run the edge a little bit here. Okay, it's M390 steel blade and titanium handle, and it seems to have a really pretty damn good factory edge on it. Stonewash on the flats and satin on the grind. Flat grind. Definitely could be like a crafty type knife, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, you definitely got a tip there, and if you look down here, it doesn't look too fragile, but I wouldn't use it as a pry bar or anything. It's just, no, but it looks pretty good here. And then you got jimping up here, so that helps, and that's relatively aggressive jimping. Okay, now here's as far as the billboarding goes. The model number, the actual numbered number of the limited edition number, and then M390 and Pinkerton's thing. And Terramundi here, and the button here. Very fidget friendly, you know, just like this, okay? But, I mean, you don't have to do it like that. You can use the flipper tab, which doesn't have any jimping on it. That might have been a good idea. I think they could have made the flipper tab a little less, little more muted, but they didn't. And if they would have jimped it and kind of cut it down a little bit, and maybe made it less front to back too, width like that, but they could have almost made it flush maybe with the bolster and still had enough, because this doesn't take much to flip it. Let me see if I can. Okay, no, I guess not. Well, I thought it would come out fairly easy, but you know, it flips really easy, and you can even flick it right off just the side of the blade, which is kind of interesting, which means it's not all that hung up on the detent. But you know what? It ain't just shaking out, that's for sure. Yeah, pretty smooth. I mean, centered up, no blade play. The lockup seems pretty solid here. That's good as well. The ergos are pretty straightforward. You know, the problem is it's not a big knife. So it's not a 5-inch handle. It's not even a 4.5-inch handle, is it? So we're squeezing on there. And you got a little break here. So for stropping and sharpening and stuff, you're good. You're not banging up against anything per se with your sharpening stones or whatever. So there's that. And obviously it's sharp. So, you know, they all look like crap when you get one like this, because it looks like, well, this is stupid. This doesn't look right. But yeah, it does, because here's the blade. Okay. And so you got all the blade in there you can get in there. And you're not feeling it back through here, so you're not going to touch the blade. You got all these standoffs here. They look pretty solid. It feels solid. You know, obviously, yeah, you can flip the pocket clip. These are number 6s. That's you know, it's good. It's handy. It's light. It's fairly slender. It's an interesting look if you like Wharncliffes and if you're into the Dirk Pinkerton designs. It's a limited edition. It's got premium materials, the fit and the finish. You know, they seem good to me, you know, just right there with most everybody. And then on the inside, you can see that they have done some weight relieving, definitely, on both sides in there, okay? So, yeah, it's right there, just a tad under 4 ounces. So there's that as well. So, yeah. The warning button, limited edition, Terramundi by Beyond EDC. And I don't know if there's any available, because now it's sat on my cart for a month and a half, and at the time, yeah, they had them for sale, but if they're available now, I don't know for sure, especially at the date whenever I post this video. But you do get a signed card, you do get an outer box, you get an inner box, and I think it looks pretty cool. Now, one thing about titanium like this, when you get just kind of a bead blasted or a regular tie handle, you know, you're going to get some snail trails, probably to begin with on the pocket clip, and then going forward probably on the presentation side. I mean, that's what you get when you get titanium. So it'd be interesting to see if they wanted to do this warning button in maybe a G10. That would be interesting, especially, you know, making the pocket clip able to be flipped as well, okay? But no, I mean, this is very fidget friendly. And I mean, I bought it, I went by his table. He had some other knives there that I think I had already had on my channel and this and that. But I saw this and I really kind of gravitated to this. And so that's why I bought this. I just thought the design was really fetching. It really looks good. So check it out on Beyond EDC. I'll give you the link to their website, and also you can check it out on White Mountain Knives, since I do have a discount code. LTK is the discount code for 10% off. If you find one there as well, you might want to take advantage of that. But there she be. The warning button limited edition. And you know what we do. We love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.